Hello there, Surfing17 once again. This is my Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Difficulty video walkthrough. This is file 4, Hostile Takeover. And whoa, you see that there? No idea what was happening. I don't know if I was out of the range of the effective, blade mode range, but didn't work. Either that or he had iframes as he spawned in. Always fun to see though. This lobby fight here, for anybody uninitiated, is ridiculous on this difficulty. You're going to take on a bunch of the double katana guys, which is all nice and simple, and then shit gets serious, because as soon as you kill these, you're going to get assailed by, I think, 3 of the Fenriers. And I have no answer for this fight, guys, I really don't. They one-shot you so quick. So the only thing I could... No, actually, is it 4? Yeah, I think it's 4. I can't tell. It might be 3. There's a lot. Blade mode, spam, hopefully don't die. That is literally the best advice I have for you here. Put on your Nanopaste so that you don't get one shot, and you can get through it very quickly, but trying to do that without Ripper mode, insane. I tried 5 or 6 times, and it just got to the point where, this is not cool. Not cool at all. I look forward to coming back to that fight when I'm a better player, because it's just insane. But there's a lot of interesting stuff to unlock on this game, and I was actually stunned how it worked, because when I originally saw that there was going to be a stun blade and all sorts of other different blades, I thought each blade would have a different purpose and you'd be swapping weapons to suit your needs against enemies. And it turns out a lot of the other blades and equipment, you've got to do all the collectibles to get them, and when you do get them, I assume they're quite impressive because they're not something unlocked upon the way. And I was really surprised that I didn't have a wealth of different blades, because I thought maybe I was playing the game wrong. And I had this perception that if I got the stun blade wherever you find it in the game, I'd be able to, stun the heavily armoured guys, get some shots off on them so I could actually counter them and use blade mode, but that's not the case at all. I assume the stun blade is literally just a sword that allows you to get a 0 kill playthrough if you want to go for something like that, which is a kind of a tenet of a Metal Gear game. And that is fan service at the best. I don't know if it has any other passive ability that makes it amazing, but that being said, I haven't played with a lot of the unlockable swords, mainly because you've got to do a lot of really difficult stuff to get them. Like, there's a sword called the Longsword where you have to rank first on every single VR mission, and on the forums there's a lot of people saying that these VR missions are nearly impossible, and I don't really take that to heart, because the majority of people that bitch on forums are the worst fucking gamers ever. And the reason why, they're good gamers. Instead of bitching, they spend that time learning the game and get better. It's that simple. Obviously that doesn't mean that you shouldn't bitch on forums, because it can be fun, it can be quite cathartic. It's just, I see people, especially on achievements forums, asking and complaining about a game they haven't even played just because people say it's difficult, and all they want is the precious achievements, and that to me is completely redundant. Like, anybody who's played... By the way, this fight that I'm talking over here all nonchalantly, this fight's insane. If you haven't noticed, I used Ripper mode again because it's insane. My technique is to aggro the first Mastiff, drag him back into this elevator zone. You're going to get attacked by perhaps 2 of them and a raptor. Use your Ripper mode to kill all of them, and then you can stealth kill the remaining guys in this room. I had a lot of trouble here. This is one of the most challenging rooms in the game, and it doesn't look like it because you're just going to see me blitz it. But believe you me, it did not go this smooth. It was difficult as balls. But as I was saying, there's people that have figured out a way to exploit removing a patch so that you can use the hand cannon on hardcore on Dead Space. It's like, what's the point in having the fucking achievement or the trophy? They're called achievements for a reason. They're not called, here's how to let the game play it for you. It doesn't make any sense. And whenever anybody recommends something like that, I always recommend sarcasm, because I don't get it. It's like, if you're going to go to that length to escape any possible challenge, why are you even bothering playing the game? Why not just have somebody else play it for you? Because at that point, that's essentially what you're doing. And I don't understand those people, because they're not even the type of gamer who doesn't get that much time to play games and just wants to have a nice ride through a single player and you know, spend a few hours of escapism. They're not even that type of person, because they're actively going for these achievements, these items that are supposed to be a display of skill or a display of dedication, and they want the easiest course to get it. And it's the same with life, it's the same with everything, you know. Everybody wants it to be easy. And thank God they weren't born in Burma, because it's not easy in Burma. The only thing easy in Burma is to lose your limbs, get raped and set on fire, which is not a very nice prospect for any child. But once you've killed this guy, once you've slashed all the vents, it's going to spawn one of the hammer guys who I really don't like. But he's on his own, and when he's on his own, he's not that bad at all. And I'm probably going to have a really rough fight now I've said that. And I've not found a way to stealth kill this guy. There probably is. But my strategy, hit him with the pincers to break as much armor as you... Watch this, watch me. Line up the throw for a cheeky EMP. Line up the throw again, and it hits something it wasn't supposed to hit. Just goes to show. And he gets the whole attention, but he doesn't move. He just looks around, he gets on alert. So, I kind of, you know, cut the mustard, admit I've got to fight him. I run in. I immediately go into Ripper mode, which just goes to show what mood I was in with this enemy, because I don't like them. Here comes the Bloodlust. Look at that weapon. Immediately put him to Zandatsu range. And then I missed the Zandatsu. Oh, claim it in the end. I had something very strange in my mouth then. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Probably my wisdom teeth bringing baggage. But once you hit this, you're going to be going up into the upper floors. We're also going to be going towards a lovely Japanese garden, which is quite nice. And it is a motif that they've put in here, obviously, to do a nice throwback to the standard ninjas and traditional samurai stuff, which is cool because I like it a lot. It also houses one of the most challenging fights on the game, which is great. But before we do that, we have to do this interesting scripted ninja run sequence. So you don't have to fight anything here. You can fight the soldiers in the rooms, the flying guys outside, I can't remember the name of them. You can hit them with missiles if you choose to, but there's absolutely no motivation for you to do that aside from extra points or just insanity. So I recommend just skipping all of this and getting to the grad at the end. I'm not too sure how the S rank on this is going to work, because actually I don't know. We'll soon find out. See what rank I get from this. This is me skipping everything except for the boss at the end. I was watching the game trailer review, and they mentioned that the highlight of this game were the boss fights, but the only lamentable part of it is that you don't fight that many of them, which I thought was quite funny, actually, because considering that the game has 7 chapters, you fight a boss on every one. Some you fight more than one. Like, there's even a bizarre gauntlet of both Mistral and Monsoon in a room for no real reason, which, don't get me wrong, it's right up the Capcom alley, but at the same time, I would have thought it would have been towards the end of the game and you'd have fought all of them. But that's just me. And I don't really know what that means, actually, because now I think about it, you could have fought Sundowner as well, you could have fought Sam, but you didn't. Does that dictate that both Mistral and Monsoon were lesser and they'd been replicated? Or does that mean... I don't know. Maybe it's an oversight, maybe I'm overthinking it. What I do know, though, is Monsoon is much more manageable when he can't throw fucking Air Force at you. That is the worst part of that fight. Makes it so much longer than it needs to be. But there goes Grad. I got beat up a little bit, which isn't good. If I'd have no damaged that, it might have guaranteed a good rank, but we'll see how well this run does. Well, and for anybody wondering, I'm going to be streaming this game a lot because I'm going to be playing it a lot because I'm in love. So if you've never watched me stream and you're interested to see more of this game, if you check my channel, it will lead you to my Twitch account, and hopefully you can interact on there and you can, you know, have some fun, because streaming is great, and streaming a game like this is going to be great as well because it allows me to do some of the things that I would be doing normally, and I can do it in front of people that want to watch, which is always fun. So let's have a look. Oh wow, that was an S rank, so I don't have to worry about S ranking that level because I just did it and it wasn't that bad. But I don't like how the ranking system works on this game, and I was hoping it would be more in depth than it is. Because the one thing I've always liked about Devil May Cry's is they never forced you to play a particular way to get ranking. It was always about knowledge and skill, and bringing those two things together in a run that achieved the highest rank. This game, there is a very particular way it wants you to play to get these ranks, and I think that's a bit of a shame. I wish there was more flexibility in it. Don't get me wrong, I don't want it to be easier. I'm not asking for it to be easier. Just, you know, just more flexibility. But this fight here is atrocious. It's got terrible checkpoints. When you kill those first two rocket launcher guys, you're going to get attacked by... Well, this guy's attacking you the entire time, but you'll notice I kite him to kill the rocket people. If you kill him down on this area of the garden, when the next two rocket launcher guys spawn, you will be closer to them so you can kill them as quick as possible. Because if you don't, it's Ninja Gaiden 2 all over again, and we don't want that. So... Zandatsu him, and immediately to my right and to my left, two rocket launcher guys will spawn. You'll see the lasers there. There's lasers, there's the rocket, there's the first one. You've got to be fast here, guys, because two rockets hit you, you're dead. As soon as you recover, we're hoping he blows his load so we can run back over and kill him. I think he did. There's the second rocket, there's the kill. So at this point, I think it's double katana guys that are about to turn up. Oh yeah, here he is. Here's the first one. Don't mess about with these, just get rid of them as quick as you can. I just use blade mode, I don't need to be fancy, just full efficiency. And then do not go forward here. There's one guy up there, he's one of the armoured dudes. If you shoot him with a rocket, he's going to come to you and you can kill... Oh, that was a mistake. But he's going to come, so all you need to do is get a mop and use the pincer to stun him until you can cut him. And as soon as he dies, two mastiffs are going to attack you. And there's no checkpoint, guys. And those mastiffs will one-shot you if they touch you, because they're douchebags. And the jump attack I hate so much, they seem to spam it, and it's just not fair. So as soon as they turn up, before they've even engaged you, they're jumping at you. And if they touch you, you've got to do everything you've just seen again. And it's terrible. So you notice how I've got the Nanopaste on? I've put them on just in case, and watch this. Go into blade mode to clean up this guy, kills him pretty quick. There's the first death that I would have incurred if I'd not got this on. There's the second death. Unbelievable. And I think he gets me again before this is over. Here it comes. No? No? That should have been a parry. That should have been a parry too. See, that was when I missed my parry. Look at this. Look how many healing items I'm using. All because of this enemy. One enemy. You've seen me kill this enemy several times easily. But on this fight, because there's all this bullshit riding on it, all those fights we've just done and no checkpoint, I completely choked. I hated that fight. Absolutely hated it. But now you've done it, there is a checkpoint. Look, 10 minutes. Took me 10 minutes to fucking do that. How long was that? 40 seconds? That just goes to show how many times I died. Not cool. Not cool, Platinum. And I wouldn't have minded if those two mastiffs just charged you, but they don't. They jump at you immediately. And I just couldn't get the parry. I couldn't get the landing parry, and I just kept dying, and I got really frustrated. But you don't have to fight these ninjas in these rooms. You can actually run up and get on the pagoda and then continue to stealth kill all the enemies in this next room. But I don't do it. I had a bone to pick with the guy behind the blinds, so I'm going to go and stab him a bit. But thank you for watching anyhow. I hope it's helping. And if it's not helping, I hope it's entertaining. So, you take care now.